What is up, guys? It's Joaquin Corrales. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how you don't need to be smart, and even better, you're at an advantage if you're dumb as far as making money. Okay, we're going to go over a couple of things that when you know this, you're going to be able to know exactly why some smart people fail and some people that are dumb actually become the most successful. So it was actually funny for me once I realized this, and once I realized it, I was really able to put the pieces together as far as the people in my life that were doing exactly this. So let's get right into it. So the reason why dumb people often become the most successful is because they don't really think about how small of a chance there is for them to succeed at what they're doing. So for example, if you start a business, if you create an online store, if you create a new software, the chances of you making a lot of money and becoming really successful are really small, right? And there are a lot of different things that could potentially stop you from becoming successful, right? Like there are many different variables that come into play when it comes to doing that. To starting a software company, for example, you need developers. There are going to be tons of issues along the way. You're going to need servers. You're going to need to maintain the software. You're going to need to constantly add new features. And even then, right, because now you did all these things, how do you generate sales, right? And how do you do that maybe if you don't have programming experience? Maybe you have some programming experience, but if you do have programming experience, then you know that it's going to take long. So there's just so many things when it comes to starting a business and doing entrepreneurship, which is ultimately how you're able to make the most amount of money, that being a smart person makes it so that you never try. You never try because you know that that the chances of you succeeding in that are so small, and that you're going to have to do so many things that you never actually get started, right? Whereas if you're dumb, right, or at least if you're smart and you're aware of this, then you know that your mind is going to push you away from those things that you have to do to get closer to your goals, right? So now if I'm dumb, or at least if I'm smart and I know about this and I need to create a software company, I know that my brain is going to push me away from it because I'm really smart, right? And I know that the chances of this software succeeding are so small that it probably really won't ever be successful, right? But then the dumbness comes in and it's like, hey, whatever, like you have to try it. You have to do it anyways. Even if the chances are so small, you have to go out there and you have to try to do this because it could potentially work, right? And that's really the only way that you're going to make a lot of money and then you're ultimately going to be successful. It's by trying stuff, right? And when you're going to try stuff, you can't spend a lot of time thinking about all the negative things that could potentially happen, or how hard it's going to be, or how small the chances are of you becoming successful in that, right? Because statistically, the numbers are against you. Like it's like one out of 10 businesses like fail or succeed. 1 out of 10 businesses succeed or something like that. So if you're a smart person and you know that, then you're like, why would I start a business if I'm if I'm 90% going to fail? If you're dumb, right? And this is why dumb people often become the most successful. They don't think about that. Like it doesn't even cross their mind. They're just like, oh, I'm just going to do this, right? But you also have to realize that if 1 out of 10 businesses succeed, if you start a business and it fails, and just keep going, right? You just continue to create companies, to create businesses that drive value to other people. And eventually you made 10 businesses. One of them has to succeed, right? It's 1 out of every 10. So one of them is bound to succeed. So you just have to keep on trying. And even if you're super smart and you're aware of all these things on the back end that are potentially going to happen, how bad the chances are going to be, you have to remember why dumb people often become the most successful. And it's because they do not think about that. They do not think about that whatsoever because it doesn't even cross their mind. They just do, right? They just try. They start the business. They start the company. They go and they ask the girl out. They start the software company. You just have to do. You do, and you do. And amazing things happen when you actually take action towards what it is that you want without thinking so much about the negative sides. So guys, make sure that you stay tuned. We're releasing 180 videos in the next 180 days. This is video 2. My name is Joaquin Corrales. Hit the subscribe button, hit a like, hit a comment, and let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to any of you guys. I know it happened to me a ton. Like I would think so much about the business that I was about to start and how it could fail, and there was already competition out there. Listen, competition is good. Like I don't even want to start a business nowadays if there is no competition, because I don't want to be the first one in a space. If there's no one doing what I want to do right now, then it more than likely tells me that there's not a lot of money there, because a lot of the ideas that have been released, like every idea has been tried, right? So if that idea doesn't exist, then there's probably not a lot of money there. So I want to do something that someone else is doing because they're doing it because they're making money, right? So that's kind of like how you have to approach starting your new business or continuing in your current one. So I'll see you guys on the next video.